pseudonym is The Dark, and I make things. I have no formal training. A friend of mine gave me this book on stencil graffiti by Tristan Manco. And I was looking through the book, and there's just these really cool little stencils that people have been cutting out and putting all over the place. It had Banksy in it and Black le Rat, that's Black the Rat from Paris. I don't know, it was really cool. I really liked it. So I cut out this little stencil of a red running man, and I went around in my neighborhood at the time and I painted a few boxes and garbage cans and stuff. And yeah, that's how it started. Specifically with, street art and urban art and graffiti, I mean, those kind of catchwords have been thrown around a lot. And obviously have gained some popularity and notoriety due to the likes of Sheppard Fairey and Banksy and some of the graph writers out of New York and stuff in the 80s. But the way I define street art is the way that the Vancouver graffiti bylaw defines street art. Any mark on any wall that's visible from any public place, basically. We could get into all the hubbub about creative expression versus vandalism versus use of public space versus what is public space, whose space is the space between the billboard and your mind. That's still a fairly heavily contested space. If I walk up to a wall and take a pencil and write on it, technically that's street art, according to Vancouver bylaw. A lot of the people who perceive street art and mark making in public destructive or as vandalism are also the same people who are responsible for cleaning it up and paying for the damages, quote unquote, that it causes. Paint in and of itself is a pretty benign substance. And given what you could be putting on the wall, it could be a lot worse, There are countries in the world where, there's bullet holes in walls. The way we exist in Western society is that we kind of live in a pretty sheltered, safe environment where we've been afforded the opportunity and the privilege to be creatively expressive, and there's a bit of a sort of a blind eye turn to some graffiti. In history, I mean, graffiti has played a role in prison systems for communication. It's played a huge role in propaganda posters. If you consider World War I, World War II, the leaflet dropping and stuff like that. Like that's graffiti. Like that's street art. And if you want to go back to cave paintings, is the same intention that I have when I put a poster on the wall. It's like humanity's desire to creatively express without any sort of boundaries. It's like the purest form of music is singing. What do you have that you can pick up right now and make something with? If you can just pick anything up and do something with it and create an aesthetic or a sentimental value for yourself or for some other person with it, then I think you're making art, right?